That's good. Okay. That's good. So I'm using my phone here. So I'm hoping this is my first time I'm using my phone. So I'm hoping, usually I use my laptop. So I'm hoping that this would be a good day today. Would be a good day today. Let me just wait on everyone. I think other people is coming in here. Let's see. So for case iPod, let me just see. I have to figure out this let's see if I can get everybody. So hi Jennifer. Let me just see if I could.
Hi, please.
Hello dear. Okay. I'm trying to see if I could get everyone on the same screen because if not, I'll just have to log onto the laptop.
Okay. The face mask, mine is too big for my face.
It's okay. You're in sewing. You know how to drop it down to your size, girl. That should be something easy. Okay, let me see if I can maneuver. I want to see if I can get everybody on board. Oh my goodness.
I need to find my camera. I need to put on my camera.
Oh, your camera. Oh, okay. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm seeing everybody now. Excellent. All right, I'm seeing 4 of us now. So who is case iPod? So who is on an iPod? Oh, Miss Catherine. Fantastic. All right. So thanks everyone for joining. How was everyone's day today?
Good.
That's good. That's good. Thanks, Patricia. Thanks. I'm using my phone for the first time. So for the Zoom, I mean, so I'm just gonna like look over to see if anyone send me a message in the group itself. Okay, so just give us a second. A few people is coming in. Okay, guys.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh, so Nadia. Hi, Nadia. So kindly put on your camera, dear. All right. Hello, my dear.
Hello.
Hey, Nadia. Thanks for joining me. Oh, Sarah.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
She's saying hello to everyone. I don't know if everyone could hear. You guys hear each other, right? Awesome. Yes, Hillary, it's the same Zoom link. Exactly, it's the same Zoom link. Okay, so first let me just ask in general, everyone was able to get the face mask pattern top?
Yeah.
Awesome. And everyone was able to cut it out and at least cut out 4 fabrics? Fabulous. Excellent. All right, there you go. Catherine, were you able to cut it out or no? You wasn't able to print it, you said, right? Okay, no worries. I think you're on mute though, but anyways, okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so the goal for the class itself, so I'm just seeing if anyone else is gonna connect. I'm just gonna check here. Since that this is my first time doing the Zoom on the phone, I'm still learning this part, so let me just end that part here. No. What did I do again now? Everybody's seen me well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we won't stay too long. So the goal for the class today is that I wouldn't stay with you all to the end because I'm recording this as well, and I'm gonna put the steps in the Facebook group, right? And I'm assuming that everyone is part of the group, correct?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so I'm not able to see everyone right now. I'm seeing Sarah. Patricia, are you still there? Okay, I'm seeing everybody else now. Okay. All right. So you guys could just pin my video to make sure you see me very well. That's it. Okay, perfect. So right now I'm seeing 3 of you guys plus myself, and then I think there's 4 person watching me on Facebook. Okay, so everyone, beside Catherine, Jennifer, do you have your stuff print out?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And Nadia? Nadia's, oh, hey Nadia. You guys cut out 4 fabric, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
We're doing that right now.
Okay, beautiful. And I'm assuming that everyone watching me live has cut out 4 fabric as well. All right, great stuff. So if anyone want to join the Zoom, that's fine, or else it's going to be the same thing in Facebook. I have 2 screens, so I'll be working my way to the 2 screen. The goal for the class is that I will give you guys step by step. I will finish the project on video and post it in the group. That's the goal of the class. And then once I'm finished, then you would continue if you haven't finished with me on live. And then you would post it in the group. I open the group so it's easy for you to post in the group. Right? So you would post your stuff in the group. And then the other option as well is to share my Facebook page and just say free talk back class. So that's the 2 options. Now, I'm trying to make this very interactive, so I also have prizes. We'll talk about prizes eventually. I do have a few prizes because I want people to participate. I want people to take part. Okay, guys? Are you seeing me well?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right, so let me just return here. Okay, just 1 second. All right, so the first thing I want you guys to do now is to have right sides to right sides. Your fabric's supposed to be right sides to right sides. You're supposed to have 4 pieces of fabric. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not up there.
What, sorry?
Your video's not coming up. It's just a picture. Okay, yeah, now. Yeah, now we see you.
Okay, so let me see if everybody else is seeing me too. Okay, all right. So everyone is seeing me well, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so the first step we're going to do here, you're going to have your 4 piece of fabric. So everyone's supposed to have their 4 piece of fabric cut out. The first step we are going to do here is to match right side. So this, I have it right sides here, R, right sides to right sides, going to touch. So we're going to touch our both right sides like this. And then we're going to pin it. You're going to pin it across. Once you pin it, it's going to be like this. Right, guys?
I'm not seeing you.
No one seen me? Who else is not seeing me? Okay, you know what, guys? Let me just log onto my computer. Okay, give me a quick second, okay? So you guys just reconnect back in the next 2 minutes.
Okay, sure. Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, thank you. Let me just end that. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is the first time. Okay, good. Thank you, Adrian. So you okay? It's just that I'm going to connect to the computer here because I'm not really familiar using the phone. I was trying to see if I could use the phone because it was so easy to move around with the phone, I noticed. But I think that I'm just going to connect with the computer here. So, yeah, let me just log on to Zoom here. And I'm hearing a lot of noise and I'm not able to control the noise. So, let's just put it on here. Big. And Zoom. So give me 1 second, okay, guys? Okay, just had to get the meeting ID and relog back in. All right, so I'll start the meeting again. So for who watching the replay, just give me a second. All right, so for everyone who was on Zoom, if you could kindly relog back in. I think I'm more comfortable using a computer. I was using my phone, but I wasn't even sure what I was doing, to be honest with you. Okay, so admit. Thanks for watching me, guys. Give me a second. It's just that I'm trying to connect. So Catherine, I'm on. You could come back on. Perfect. So thanks, Jennifer. So D, who is D? If you could kindly put on your camera, that would be excellent. All right, and Jennifer, you could put in your. All right, perfect. So hi.
No?
No, it's not on. It's not on. Okay, there you go. Excellent. So I'm very comfortable with this computer, with the laptop. So
Now I can see you.
Now
I
you
can see you.
That's what we're talking about, girl. That's what I want to hear. Awesome. All right. So sorry guys for the interruption. So the Zoom connection, Hillary, is in the group. So the same thing is in the group, and also I should just send out an email, so you should be able to connect to the email as well. All right, so let's continue now. So for the 2 pieces of fabric now, you have to have 4 pieces of fabric, right? We all clear on that? So again, let me just repeat myself briefly here. So we have our face mask pattern. So it's in the group, and also if you got an email, it's in the email. So where's Patricia? I'm supposed to see Patricia. Okay, she's coming back. All right, beautiful. All right, so thanks for joining, Patricia. Excellent. So for the 4 pieces, we're good there. So let's continue. Once we've done that, we want to have 4 pieces of fabric. So your 4 pieces of fabric, so you have 2 pieces and another 2 pieces. I suggest that you have 2 pieces of fabric and 2 pieces of lining, because it's easy to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's what I've been making face masks over, like when the pandemic was hot, and people was complimenting and say, you know what, it's because you want to have something light so you could breathe, and then and a heavier fabric on top. So it's always good. But for this instruction, I'll just have 4 pieces of fabric, done deal, just for you guys to follow step by step.
Okay.
All right, and then again, I'm just gonna repeat what I'm offering here is that if you could, I wouldn't finish the class on live. I would finish the class, but I wouldn't stay with you to finish all through. The record would be in the group, and you'll be able to follow along in the group. Once you finish according to where we left off, you could post picture in the group and make comments on other people's pictures, so at least, you know, the feed could actually get it to other people to kind of join in, right?
Yeah.
And also, if you could kindly share my Facebook page and just put free tote bag class. That's all I'm asking. Now, by doing that, I'm participating in that. I have incentive, right? So we'll talk about the incentive eventually. Let's just get started. All right, so right sides to right sides, we touch it. Right sides to right sides, we touch it like this. Both of them. Good stuff. And then you pin. So we pin just like this, right?
Yeah.
You pinned up both of them. Now, because for Jennifer, if you have to watch the replay, you want to do at least 1 inch seam allowance here, because you said your face mask is big for your face, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So for everyone else, if the face mask is too big for you, you could do 1/2 inch seam allowance or 1 inch. I would only do 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, guys? So I'm going to move the camera here, and I'm going to actually do it live. So it's only 1/4 inch seam allowance. So if you have needle and thread, or if you have your sewing machine, that's what I want you to go ahead and do now, is to take the time and sew this across. I'm going to go ahead and show you anyway. So let me just move all my my equipment here. The phone was easier to turn, but let me move this here so you guys can see the machine for those on Facebook. So I'm going to put it right here, and then hopefully I could move the Zoom one comfortable. So we all good so far?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to take my time, take out my pins, and I'm going to have my little homemade pin cushion here, and we're going to sew it across. So I'm only going to sew 1/4 inch, but you have the option to sew 1 inch if it's too big for you, But Jennifer, you know, I think you should just sew 1/2 inch if you want, because you could always, with the elastic, you could always bend it in 1 inch if you need to. So you could also go ahead and do 1/2 inch now.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, I'm gonna do the both of them, guys. So you see what I did? Don't mind me. Take out your pin if you're using pin. Hint, hint. Make sure. Just with me, I know how to manage a pin, but that doesn't mean that my needle don't break, because sometimes my needle do break. But take out your pins as you sew. It's a key point in sewing. So see how I'm taking my time, guys?
Yeah.
So I'm not seeing anybody commenting on Facebook, so I guess everybody is okay. It's there, Hillary. Just look down the feed. You would see it's there. The password is in the feed. I did put it in there. Plus, if you did get an email from me a while ago, you should be able to see the password in the email. I don't have it on me right now. I don't have it on me right now. But it's in the group, because I did. Who here just connect in the group? Patricia, did you get the link from the group, or?
I got the link from the email.
Oh, from the email, right? Okay. So check your email. The same email you use, Hillary. You should be able to. Okay, guys. So far so good.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so this is what I have here. I'm just gonna keep it just like that. So this is what I have here. So I've just done just 1/4 inch stitch this edge here and this edge here. So one's supposed to be my lining and one's supposed to be my fabric. Okay, guys? Okay. So what I will do now. So how are everybody doing so far?
Good so far, I guess.
Okay. Okay, someone just text me. I don't even know who's that, but next I'll just let them also join the group. Okay, Nadia. 1 second, someone is coming in as well.
I do the line then.
Yes, guys. So 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here. So hey, Nadia.
Hey.
All right. So this is what we did. Are you familiar with this part now? Because the replay is in the group, of course. So you could also able to get the replay. So after you join, right sides to right sides. So can you mute? Someone has to mute. Let me see.
Having trouble hearing you.
Okay, so I mute everyone because there was some noise. So everyone, Nadia, you hearing me now? Okay, good. All right, so just make sure you have right sides to right sides. So I'm just going to repeat one more time for Nadia and Sarah that just joined on live. And for anyone else who just joined in live, right sides to right sides, you're going to touch them together. So this will not be fully interact as how I have the class before. The goal is that for you to watch the replay and then post pictures. So right sides to right side, you pin it down. Right, guys? And then you do 1/2 inch on the both fabric. So once I'm done the 1/2 inch, this is what I've done here. So 1/2 inch here. And sorry, you could do I did 1/4 inch, sorry guys, not 1/2 inch. I did 1/4 inch on both sides. Okay? All right. Okay, so what I would do next, I would go to the next step. Again, like I said, it's gonna be in the group. So the next step I'm gonna do here now, I'm gonna open it like this. I'm gonna open it just like this. So you see, you're already looking at as a face mask. Someone else joined. Let me just admit them. So we're gonna turn it just like this. So this is how it is. We're gonna turn it just like this. So hi, Rosemary. We're gonna turn it just like this. So if you just join in, Rosemary, no worries. The replay would be in the Facebook group that you could always go over. Don't worry, don't worry. Just make sure you do the replay, and after you do the replay, you will be posting. I'm going to actually repeat myself after the class, so don't worry about it. All right? So the face mask pattern, I can't hear you though. I think you're on mute. But the face mask pattern supposed to be in the group. If not, you could just ding me and I could always resend it for you again.
Yes, I got mine. I cut out mine last night.
Good.
So I have them cut out.
Beautiful. All right, no worries. So anyway, I would continue. So this would be an interactive, sorry, this would not be an interactive class. I would do the video because I'm doing it live, and all the steps would be in the group. So there will be a lot of skip you guys would have to skip by watching the video. All right. So I'm going to mute everyone again. If you need to ask me any question, just ask me, no worries. Okay, so now we on this step now. What we're going to do, so this is like this. You would take the both of them once you finish. Push this back. You would take the both of them and join it at the higher part. I'll show you guys. There is a peak. There's a peak here, and then there's a lower part. So this peak is the nose part. This peak here is a nose part. This is the bottom part. So someone else is joining in. Let me just admit them. All right. So this peak is the nose part here, and this is the one for your chin. So we have two peak here. We have this one and this one. So what we're going to do here, we're going to join the peak to the peak. So right here, we're going to pin it together, seam to seam, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to put it down again. This is the peak here. We're going to join it seam to seam. So this is what I'm going to go ahead and do. Come together like this. And then we're going to pin it just like this. So they're all, so basically is right sides touching right sides. That's pretty much how it is. Right sides touching the right sides. So let me pin it down. I'm going to pin it down. I'm going to pin it down here. And then once I pin the peak here, I'm going to go immediately and pin the chin part, the bottom part. So I put one pin up here, and then I'm going to put one pin down here. Okay? So I'm going to put another pin down here. So I'm going to go close, pin to pin, seam to seam. If you don't get it seam to seam, if you don't even know what is seam to seam, don't even worry about that. Just pin it as close to each other. All right? So you see it's even looking again as a face mask, but it's right sides facing, touching each other, wrong sides facing me. Okay, guys? So just like that. Then I'm going to pin all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way in the bottom here, and all the way in the bottom here. So I'll repeat. So I'm going to pin here, here, on the top here, and the top here. So I'm going to pin it, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So we're going to pin it here. So you're pinning all the top and then all the bottom. Level to level. All right, I'm going to continue pinning the other side here. Okay, so that's what I did for the top. So I pinned this side and that side, this side. Now I'm going to pin the bottom now. So let me just pin the bottom now. So if anyone have any question and they want to ask a question, that's fine. But the goal is not to be too interactive, but for you to watch the replay, because I want you guys to do the work. Okay, so let me show you where I am now. All right, so for here now, I'm here, and here, and then I pin down here. So again, let me show you for those on Zoom. So I've pinned this side and that side and this side and this side. Okay, guys? So now I would go ahead and do, you could go ahead and do half an inch stitch, right? A half an inch stitch across. So what you would have to make sure is that this hole is open. Okay, just give me one quick second there. So far, so good, everyone?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would continue. And again, I'm trying my best to make sure it's very clear in the group, so you could always do the replay if you need to. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a half an inch stitch all the way around and all the way in the bottom. Making sure that I leave this side open because I'm going to have to turn the face mask, so I need the both sides to be open. All right, so let's go. Let me bring my camera closer again. And let's put this closer here. And hopefully you'll see really close up. Okay. Right. Funny, my thread came out, so so just gonna put it back in quickly here, and yeah. All right, good stuff. So half an inch here. I'm just gonna do a half an inch stitch. Or you know what, guys, you could also do a quarter of an inch stitch as well if the hole might be too tiny, because you have to turn it. So if you do half an inch stitch, it's fine. Not everyone might be able to pull that pull it through. If depends on if you have a thick finger. So you could just do quarter of an inch stitch as well. I would just try half an inch stitch though, but quarter of an inch, half an inch, it will still work out just fine. So I would continue doing a half an inch stitch. So sorry. And make sure you take out your pin as you sew. So I'm taking my time. Taking my time here. Right, so one side is done. I'll just take out all the pins here. All right, so now I'm going to do the other side. Same half an inch. One second, guys. Okay, so anytime you're sewing, always make sure your thread is in the back so it doesn't confuse you a little. All right, so I've sewn the both sides now, so I'm just gonna show you guys. So put the camera here again. All right, I'm gonna push this back a bit. Okay, So this is what I've just done, right? So I've sewn this side down and I've sewn the bottom side down here. So this is what I did in here. So this is already looking as a face mask, right? Almost looking as a face mask. So I've sewn this side here. I've sewn this side here. Right? Okay, so next thing now is to turn. Okay, so I'm going to turn it. And for me now, I have both sides the same. So it doesn't really matter which side. For you now, you want to make sure you have one plain solid side, meaning that one fabric outside, and then you want to have a line in, as I mentioned earlier, right? But for me, both sides would be the same. Some people would go ahead and do a little notching in the corner here because it's around a curve. You could, or you don't have to, because it's such a small piece of fabric. But I'm just going to show you. If you want, you could do notch here. Just a little nip here. So around that area could relax a bit. All right, just here, maybe 3 notches, just around that curve area here. All right, good stuff. So next, I would turn. So I'm going to turn it right now. Don't worry if you're not at that stage yet. Continue doing so far what you notice. And again, like I said, the video would be in the group. So I'm going to turn it now. So I'm going to try my best to turn it. I'm trying to turn it here. So for who joining me live again, we are making a face mask. We are making it live. So the replay would be in the group. You would require to follow, download the pattern, cut 4 pieces of fabric, and follow the replay. You could just replay the video, follow through. What we require from you now for this class is if you could post your work of whatever you've done from the replay. And also if you could go to our Facebook page, you could share our page and say free tote bag class, because tomorrow we're going to have a tote bag class. We'll talk about it in a bit, just before we go here today. So now I'm just turning the face mask. See, so you see I turn it out inside out. Okay. So even start to look again as a face mask. So this is how it is here. Actually, I'm going to use this side for the outside. So this would be my outside here. And this would be my inside. That would be where my nose would be, whatnot, to breathe. Okay, so the next step we're going to do here is iron. So I'm going to push this down a bit. And I'll push this down a bit, and hopefully everyone can see me clear. I have my ironing board here. I'm just going to grab it. Hopefully I have enough space to show you guys. And I'm going to iron it. So you always, one thing you could do as a trick, like I always do, you could actually hand wash the edge. So you could kind of stay down nicely. Because iron, I don't really like ironing, but at the end of the day, iron have to be your friend regardless. So sometimes I hand wash it to kind of keep the edge nice and pretty. Right? And my fabric is a big teak because I use the same fabric on both sides. Okay, so now I'm going to iron the face mask. So just remember you have to iron it. So I don't know, my iron is that hot. So let me just iron it and show you guys. Sorry if the zoom is shaking. My laptop is like right in the way. Okay. So just have to take your time and iron it. And if you could put steam in your iron, it helps like 100%, especially if you're working with cotton. So I'm just gonna iron it one side at a time. So far like this. I'm going to turn the other side. My hand actually don't have enough steam, but I'll manage. Right? And you want to make sure that make sure that the lining stay on the inside. So you don't want the lining to be popping out on the other side. So once I've done that, then I'm going to fold it in half now. So hopefully I can get it stiff down here. And I'm going to iron it again. One of the keys in sewing is ironing. Okay, I think I'm okay. All right, so this is pretty much what it looks like so far. So if you guys get to this point or any point and you want to just take picture and post, that's fine. My goal is that we could finish tomorrow if you guys don't want to continue after after this part. If you guys want to do this part and then we do the elastic tomorrow, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna still finish, but I would like to see you guys at least put the both sides, turn it, and at least take a picture so everyone can see how pretty your face mask is. That's pretty much it. So next I'm gonna continue. My next two piece now is elastic. So I have some really terrible looking elastic here, but anyway, I'm not gonna because this elastic doesn't really help me that much. It's really stretched out, but it's about 6 yards. No, 6.5 yards I have here. So you want to get like really good strong elastic, especially if you're making it for someone. Sorry?
6 inches
Yes, 6 inches, yeah, because you have to go, 6 inches, because usually once you put it in here, you could put it at this 1/2 inch. You don't want to put a little piece here, right? You could easily bust, because over the holiday I used to get people say, oh, the elastic bust out, and it was this cheap elastic. It wasn't. See how bad they are. This is, you want to get quality elastic, of course, and you want to make sure you have at least 1/2 inch inside. That is very important. You don't want to, oh, you know what, 5-inch elastic because I don't want to waste elastic, and put it here. By the time the person put it on, it pull the elastic bust. You don't want that, trust me, right? So I'm going to put in at least 1/2 inch in. So I have 6.5 inches here. That's how safe you want to make sure you are. So, hey, hi, I forgot her name. But thanks for joining in. I'm making a face mask. The replay is in the group if you need to, make one for yourself. That's good, my darling. Okay, so let's continue. Don't worry, you're going to post picture, Jennifer, for sure. So now the last straw we're going to do here, and I would like everyone to finish it off. If not, no problem. We could always do this part tomorrow. I'm going to finish it for the sake that I want to make sure it's in the group. So I'm going to measure down 1/2 inch. I'm going to just assume how 1/2 inch is, but you're going to measure down 1/2 inch here, and you're going to bring it down on the inside.
Measure 1/2 inch where?
So 1/2 inch, the replay will there for you. So 1/2 inch here. Hold on, dear. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys in a bit. So 1/2 inch on this side. Make sure it's inside. So 1/2 inch is inside. I'm just going to hold a pin for it now here, and just to show the other side. So here now, if you like, let me just get a chalk here and actually mark it. It's easier. So measure 1/2 inch inside. 1/2 inch on this side and 1/2 inch on that side. Okay, so you measure 1/2 inch inside here, right? 1/2 inch inside here on this side and on that side. Just measure 1/2 inch, and then you would bend the fabric inside. Okay, Jennifer?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, I heard you.
Good. All right, guys. So I did this side already. So this side, you're just going to bend it in inside 1/2 inch. That's pretty much it. So you measure it 1/2 inch inside. All right. So I have this side in 1/2 inch and this side in 1/2 inch. right? And also you want to also measure, because somebody, it doesn't matter how much you do things, you don't want one face mask is looking this way, the other one is looking the other way. Once you bend it in 1/2 inch, you just measure to make sure that they even out. Just make sure they even out. Okay, done deal. Now you take your elastic, you put 1/2 inch in. So again, 1/2 inch. You can mark 1/2 inch on this side, and again 1/2 inch on that side. Right, so I have 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. So that's this 1/2 inch you're gonna go inside the fold. So I'm gonna put 1/2 inch at the top. So I'll do this side here so you can see 1/2 inch at the top. I take my pin and I pin it down nicely. Okay, hope my pin does not break. Okay, there you go. And then I'll take 1/2 inch here again and I bring it in. Now, that's where you could measure, guys. If 1/2 inch is too much, that's not a big deal. You could also push it in more than 1/2 inch. It's not a big deal. Just, so for me now, I'm going to push it 1/2 inch, and actually I'm going to just test it out to see if it's too short. So 1/2 inch here, maybe it might be. So this is like it's here. So 1/2 inch of the elastic is inside here. So let me do it live here now, because this elastic does actually stretch. So I'm going to mark 1/2 inch again on this side of the elastic and on that side of the elastic. Then I'm going to push it in. So I'm going to come down here just to kind of stabilize the elastic inside. And I'm going to come here. So for those who just joining us, the replay would be there in the group. You could definitely take part in the replay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to test it out on me now. And I think I am good to go. It's perfect for me. So let me just put it here. See, I didn't sew it down yet, but it's perfect for my doing, right? So you could always test it out, of course. So let me just do the last part. That's the last straw, and we're done with the face mask. So let's come back down to view here. And for everyone else, I'm just going to bring it back to the machine here. So I'm just going to sew down right at the edge. Usually I just sew right at the edge to make sure. And over the elastic, you want to pass at least 2 times over the elastic, just to make sure that the stitching is very strong. It's very important. So I'll go back stitch 1, back stitch 2, and then I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down again, back stitch 1, back stitch 2, and then I'm going to come down. I'm done. So I'm going to do the other side, the exact same thing. Make sure.
I don't like problem things. I don't like problems.
Jennifer, I have to mute you, honey.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay. All right. So next, again, we're going to come here. Take out this. Again, we're going to come back stitch 1, back stitch 2. Going to come down. Back stitch 1, back stitch 2. And my face mask is done. All what I have to do again to make sure it's proper for my client, if you're making it for a client, is that you iron it again. Because you want to make sure that edge there is really nice and pretty. So let me just show for the viewers here. So it's down on this side. My stitching wasn't perfect, but it's all good. And then it's done on this side. You trim out all your edge. So the opening that was here, that you turn the face mask, is now sealed in. And let me see if I get a mannequin or something. Actually, no, it's okay. I could just go ahead and show myself again. No worries. So the face mask is done. So this is the complete work. Oh, sorry. So this is the complete work of the face mask. Okay, guys? So that's it. Done. Finish. Okay, so I would definitely make sure, well, actually it's live in the group, so everything is there. The replay is there. So what I would like you guys to do, for those who join late, no worries. You could also go over and do the replay. The reason why I want you guys to do it on your own, and I'm not there step by step, I want you to push yourself, because if you really like sewing, you would push yourself to actually get your sewing drive on. If you want to start a business, if you want to make your own dress, if you want to go into fashion school, if you want to come to Infinite Modesty Design, if you want to join our online class, we'll talk about it in the next session for sure. But you want to push yourself. So that's what I want you guys to do, is to do it yourself. Go back in the group. If you need, ask me a question, if you need to ask me any question, and then post your work so we all could kind of comment and say good stuff and good job and stuff like that. Okay, guys? Excellent. All right, so let me talk about tomorrow's class. So tomorrow's class is a tote bag. And again, like I mentioned, for those who post pictures and leave comments on other people's pictures, there would be incentive as well. I do have a bag which I make recently, and I post pictures, and everybody liked the bag. I'll tell you guys what will be the price for the bag and all that, but I would send this bag out to someone for sure. Oh, let me just show it on thing here. So this is one of the bag actually I had made with some of the fabric I had here. So this is just one infinity scarf. I don't know where it is though, but it's an infinity scarf. I have another bag what I make, so I could send it out. All right, I want you guys to do the work, and I have tons of fabric. So Nadia and Sarah, contact me for sure. Anyway, you guys have to contact me anyway. I have tons of fabric to give away. If I have to ship it out, the only thing you guys are going to pay is shipping. That's pretty much it. But I have so much fabric. My goal is to constantly have class and have you guys do the work. And then we will talk about the prizes, the lovely prizes. Okay, guys. So for tomorrow's class, sorry, for the bag class, let me just say here. And for those who are actually currently in my class, just remind me on Saturday or whenever you're taking my class, and I could always give you a few fabrics. No big deal. Okay. So for the bag now, you want to get 2 pieces of fabric, and you could get 2 different kind of fabric, because we're going to be making a reversible bag. So you could get this fabric, any kind. So I have an Ankara fabric and a regular fabric here. Just get 2 pieces. The weight for the fabric gonna be, okay, I have 26 here. You could get 27. I have almost 27. So 27. Yeah, the only how I'm gonna give the fabric is only if people do the work, Hillary. So everybody is qualified to get fabric. Is only if you do the work. You have to do the work, post pictures, and also share my Facebook page and say free tote bag class. So that's how you're going to actually, then I would select who I'm going to give the prize, whatever. Depends on what feedback I got. So that's just one. Tomorrow there's different things coming. But anyway, I want you guys to do the work. So 27, I think that's the first class time I said 28. But you could get 27-inch long. And then the width gonna be let's say 17. So let's just leave it 17 by 27. Get 2 pieces of fabric. You could get your bed sheet if you're not using it, I may just cut it. 2 pieces of fabric, 17 by 27. Okay, guys. Then the strap. You want to get 2 pieces of strap. Let me just measure here. The strap length is about 28. Let's just say 28. 28 is fine. So the strap is 28 by, I think 4.5 I have here. Yeah, 4.5. So the strap, write it down. The strap is 4.5 in width. And the length of the strap is 28, I think I said, right? So say 28. Okay, we're just going to just leave it as 28. The length is 28. The width is 4.5. You want 2 pieces of straps. 2 pieces of straps. You want 2 pieces of bag. 2 pieces of fabric for your bag. You want your iron, because we're going to be ironing tomorrow. Okay? You want to make sure you have your iron. Of course, your tape measurement, possibly your scissors, marking chalk, pins, pin cushion. And if you're using needle and thread, no worries. If you're using your sewing machine, no problem. Okay, guys, I love you guys so much. I love my people, of course. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, everyone in the group. Remember to watch the replay. Post. I'll be very happy to see you guys post. So I'm going to end any question, actually. Anybody have any question? One question, maybe? Hillary asked a question already. Let me see. Somebody else say anything. Oh, she said no problem. Okay, great. Okay, guys, so love you guys. I'm going to end the call now, and I'll be waiting to see you guys' beautiful pictures. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Okay. Thank you, guys, for the love. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Bye.